follow an ITEL diet, you're not just making a dietary choice. You're embracing a holistic lifestyle that connects you more deeply to nature, your roots, and the divine.
When I was a little kid, I used to play in the woods a lot, and I liked it. And then as I got older, I guess it was technology, like video games and movies and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to be. I've been in the house a lot, but as a kid, I used to go outside a lot, and I missed the. I lost the connection with outside. Although I did when I started riding my e-bike, which would probably be about 4 years ago. That kind of brought me back, and it really.
That's nice. Yeah.
Oh, look at that line.
Locks can be seen as a source of spiritual energy, symbolizing.
They want to be like the lions. That's kind of what it is.
It's like the lion. Yeah, I like
that's
that.
Cool.
That's a neat. Yeah.
Hey, I never thought of it like that. She looks like a lion. That's a very, very good picture.
Inner power and resilience.
Yeah. I like her.
When you see someone with locks, it's not just about fashion. It's about their journey and their connection to a higher power.
Wow.
The colors red, gold, and green are instantly recognizable as symbols of the Rasta movement. These colors are often used in flags, clothing, and accessories bearing seed, meant for the healing of the nations. Next, we have the Hightail diet, an essential symbol of purity and natural living within the Rasta movement.
Interesting.
The word Hightail comes from vital, meaning the food eaten should be natural, pure, and unprocessed. The ITEL diet.
I'd like to eat that diet. I wish I had a chef or a cook. The problem is with food, you have to have it and somebody make it. And if you're busy, it's just a pain. It's very hard to eat healthy. It's so much convenient processed foods out there. I'd rather eat
you're
like
right.
this.
You're absolutely right. I would rather eat healthy too, but we're kind of being as busy as we are, stuck with some of the processed stuff.
I'd eat like that for, I don't know, 3 months straight. I bet you I'd feel so much better.
I know, right?
1 month I'd feel better.
Nature.
All right, on today's episode, we're going to be doing some Rastafari Zion. I don't know much about this religion, and I'm looking forward to learning more.
Cool.
Are you ready?
I am.
Let's go.
Within the Rasta movement, these symbols carry rich meanings that connect us to our roots, spirituality, and way of life. Whether you're new to the Rasta journey or have been walking this path for years, these symbols are a powerful reminder of what it means to live a life of balance, truth, and connection to the divine. So let's get into it. Here are 7 symbols and their meanings.
Oh, here we go.
First up, we have the Lion of Judah. This symbol is
the Lion of
Judah.
Yes. All right.
The Lion of Judah. One of the
I will try to
tribes of
that.
Israel, I believe. The 12
Interesting.
tribes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I could be wrong about that. We'll see.
Interesting how a religion that started in Africa, well, it's northern Africa. I always treat that a little bit differently than other parts of Africa. Ends up on an island, right? It's interesting.
one of the most recognizable within the Rasta movement. It's a representation of strength, courage, and the resilience of the people who have been fighting against oppression for generations. The Lion of Judah also represents Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia, who is viewed as the returned Messiah by the Rasta community. The lion stands for royalty and connects to the biblical lineage of King David. Haile Selassie is believed to be a direct descendant of King Solomon and Queen Sheba, which gives the lion...
That's right.
Queen Sheba. That's probably a good idea for an episode. I don't know much about her.
Yeah, that's true. Queen Sheba and King Solomon. Of course, King Solomon, the king of Israel, and Queen Sheba, who I believe appears in the Bible too, though I'm not sure about that.
I've heard of Solomon. Sheba I've kind of heard, but I don't know. I know more about Solomon.
And I didn't know Haile Selassie was considered a descendant of King Solomon, and Queen Sheba. That I didn't know.
These are Rastafarian Jamaican people who believe in an Ethiopian, like a man recently.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In the West, we never even heard of them. That's just the most interesting part about religion is just how, if you're in that religion, they're like, well, you got to know all about this. This is the way. And then if you go to like a different continent, it's like, you haven't even heard of this. You vaguely heard of things. Jesus seems to be the one that has the widest appeal, I would say, and probably Muhammad. He's up there too.
Beyond its regal connections, the Lion of Judah is also a reminder to stay strong in the face of adversity. Just as the lion is known as the king of the jungle, we are reminded to hold our heads high and walk with pride, knowing that righteousness will ultimately prevail over evil. One of the most visible symbols in the Rasta movement is locks. For many, locks are more than just a hairstyle.
Okay, all right. So when I grew up in the 90s, a lot of people would like this beautiful girl I went to school with. She just turned her hair became dreads, and she just became real into like alternative. And she was such a pretty girl, and I'm surprised I didn't talk to her more. But yeah, she went totally dreads when she was like, I don't even know, 16, 17.
Yeah.
Are a spiritual commitment to living in alignment with nature and rejecting the materialistic, oppressive forces of Babylon. The inspiration for wearing locks comes from the Nazirite vow in the Bible, where followers refrained from cutting their hair as a sign of their dedication to God. For those walking the Rasta path, locks represent a commitment to living an authentic life that's in harmony with the natural world. They are also a symbol of African pride and a way of staying connected to one's cultural roots.
I mean, I'm cool. Everybody who got them, I think it's really cool. But as a Westerner, to me, it seems like they would be dirty. And I'm very into being very clean. And it's just, I'm sure some of them get pretty dirty, you know?
I wonder, yeah, I do know a girl who, it was in South Korea, actually. She went and got her hair into locks, or had her hair done in locks. And it took hours. Like I remember, like she was American, so I was showing her around Korea, and she wanted to get her hair done outside. It's actually outside one of the U.S. Army bases in Korea. But to make a long story short, so I said, yeah. And she said, so will you meet me 2-4 hours after? I said, yeah, that's not a problem. I said, as long as you feel safe and you're okay. Korea's pretty safe. So yep, went around and came back, met her, and she had the full. I was like, it was impressive. They're very tight.
Did she have braids or did she have dreads? Because dreads you have to cut. It's over.
It was dreads. It was dreads. It was wild. It was like a whole thing.
Wow. Hold on, you're freezing up. Where'd you go? We lost Chris, everybody. I'm doing it solo. There he is. Welcome back, sir.
That's like
we're keeping it in. So you met somebody with
I'm in alignment with nature that way.
With
artificial
dreads.
Technology.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Once you go full dread, it's over. You have to cut them. You have to shave them. You can't like undo that hair and make it regular hair.
It's not.
Braids you can, but you can't do it with dreads. I don't think you can.
It's really interesting. Yeah.
Right,
Wearing locks often signifies a rejection of mainstream societal norms and a refusal to conform to Babylon.
God, that last video I told you about, that ex-boss I have, the short dick one.
Oh,
man,
yeah,
he walked in with dreads. He'd be like, "What do you think you are? Some kind of homeless person? Can't cut your hair?"
Yeah, see, he sounded like he had a beef with a lot of anything that was different, anything and anyone different from him.
Yeah, anything that wasn't like I'm speaking of a previous video we just recorded about the Napoleon complex and how my ex-boss would nitpick and find anything to belittle people over, but it would do it in a sarcastic way. So I'm not making fun of you, but I am.
Right.
Locks also reflect the idea of spiritual power.
Whoa.
Just as the
that looks like straight up like wool or something, or I don't know. That's wild.
Yeah, that's
mane
really
represents its
look
strength.
at that line.
Locks can be seen as a source of spiritual energy, symbolizing.
They want to be like the lions. That's kind of what it is.
It's like the lion. Yeah, I like
that's
that.
Cool.
That's a neat. Yeah.
Hey, I never thought of it like that. She looks like a lion. That's a very, very good picture.
Inner power and resilience.
Yeah. I like her.
When you see someone with locks, it's not just about fashion. It's about their journey and their connection to a higher power.
Wow.
The colors red, gold, and green are instantly recognizable as symbols of the Rasta movement. These colors are often used in flags, clothing, and accessories.
I think it's because in the 90s or just America in general, like that flag is everywhere. They sell that thing all over the place.
It's true. I know from going to my share of reggae concerts, I got a really
serving
cool
as a visual
medallion with those colors. So
That's cool. That's cool. You've been to a reggae concert. I've never been to one.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Rasta way
yeah.
of life. Red
Na 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 na.
symbolizes the blood of the martyrs who fought for the liberation of
I
Africa.
like this guy, Buja Banton. He's a reggae guy. He was somebody.
Oh
I used to
yes,
listen to.
yes, I saw him in concert.
No, you
actually.
didn't. You saw
I
Buja
had
Banton?
I was like 2 rows from the stage he was on. It was at a club. It no longer.
Similar, you know.
Yeah, I like too that this symbol, a lot like the yin and yang in Taoism, and or symbols in like the symbols on the Korean flag. The idea of like order and balance, the balance of the celestial and earthly, the balance of like God and man, the connection between nature and the divine. It's interesting how they all kind of are roughly at the very similar theme.
Many of
I
them
like
have
that.
it. Many
Yeah.
at their base, fundamentals. That's in there. That's one of
Yeah.
the building blocks, I would say.
For Rastas, the Star of David is also a reminder of the connection to King David and Solomon, from whom Emperor
yes.
Haile Selassie is said to descend. This lineage is a source of great pride and serves as proof of the divine nature of Selassie's kingship. The star represents both protection and divine order, reminding us that we are part of a greater plan and connected to something far larger than ourselves. Finally, we have the diamond hand gesture, also known as the Seal of Solomon. This gesture forms a downward-facing triangle and represents the Star of David in a physical form. In the Rasta movement, this gesture is a powerful symbol of the unity between the divine and the earthly, the spiritual and the material. The downward-facing triangle symbolizes the connection between Zion and the earth, reminding us that we are all part of a divine order. This connection brings balance.
This is in
Could have been
Philadelphia.
the Electric Factory too, and this was in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was either Pinnacle or the Electric Factory. I think it was Pinnacle, and we were right there. I was like maybe 2 rows back in the crowd. We were dancing.
And you
Yeah,
saw
he was very good. in
Mr.
concert.
Mr.
Yeah.
Buja Banton. He's a big
Yeah,
deal.
I did. Yeah.
Super,
It was a good concert.
Super
Put on a great
marquee name in reggae. I'm sure there's people real into it. Like, oh no, you gotta listen to this guy. He's very well known. I wonder if he's still alive.
Yeah.
Good old Buja Banton.
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah.
I'm about to download some Buja Banton music.
People. It is a reminder of the sacrifices that have been made and continue to be made in the struggle for freedom and justice.
Interesting.
Gold represents the wealth and prosperity of Africa, but it also stands for the spiritual richness that comes from living a righteous life.
Their colors are so vibrant. Many countries in South America and more Eastern, their colors are. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they keep it so clean and so.
It's neat, isn't it? Yeah.
It's on.
Yeah,
Plus, it's
bright.
on. It's on garments too. We're not talking about a poster on the wall. We're talking about it's a lot of hard work, and it's very difficult to make those kind of garments.
Green represents the earth, the land of Africa that sustains us and provides life. When you wear
I want to look at
these colors or see them displayed, they act as a reminder of the ongoing struggle for freedom and unity among all people of African descent. They also reflect a deep connection to the land and to nature, which is an important aspect of the Rasta movement. Before we continue with the rest,
I might just go on Rasta today and buy some stuff. Thank you very much.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll check you out,
right.
guys.
a great
good stuff.
selection of Rasta-inspired apparel.
Oh, I like this hoodie. This hoodie's pretty dope. Oh, I like this
Yeah,
hoodie.
that is neat.
How
Yeah.
much?
Oh yeah. That's nice.
All right, 47. I don't know. Do you know what GPB is? I don't know what GPB.
Oh yeah, British pounds. So 47 pounds.
Mm.
Yeah, pound sterling. Yeah, so that's about. Oh, I can't do the exchange in my head now, but that's
If you could, I'd be really impressed. And
rather more U.S. dollars, I'd say. Yeah.
I still have to
Yeah.
take your word for it.
From t-shirts to hoodies, all designed to keep the positive vibes flowing.
Okay, that's cool.
Take a stab. 47 pounds might be roughly 75 to 80 U.S. dollars as of today, something like that.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
ganja. Oh, the ganja. Of course.
Oh, the ganja. Here we go.
I guess it
Oh,
was.
this will be interesting. Yeah. For
I
those
wonder in Jamaica
wondering.
if marijuana was ever illegal, because it sure was forever in America.
Holds a special place in the spiritual practices of the Rasta movement. For Rastas, ganja is considered a sacred herb, often referred to as the wisdom weed or the holy herb. It is used during
The holy herb.
meditation and reasoning sessions to elevate consciousness and bring individuals closer to the divine.
I can see that.
Ganja is not just seen as a recreational drug. It is a sacrament that allows believers to open their minds and connect with their inner spirit.
That's interesting.
It is a plant spirit. You're smoking a plant. So
Yeah.
at least you're vaping it now. There's a lot of other stuff. But if you just get the buds off the vine, you're just smoking the tree.
In fact, the use of
right
ganja
there,
is deeply rooted in scripture, with references in the Bible to herb-bearing seed, meant for the healing of the nations. Next, we have the Haile diet, an essential symbol of purity and natural living within the Rasta movement.
Interesting.
The word Haile comes from vital, meaning the food eaten should be natural, pure, and unprocessed. The Haile diet.
I'd like to eat that diet. I wish I had a chef or a cook. The problem is with food, you have to have it and somebody make it. And if you're busy, it's just a pain. It's very hard to eat healthy. It's so much convenient processed foods out there. I'd rather eat
you're
like
right.
this.
You're absolutely right. I would rather eat healthy too, but we're kind of being as busy as we are, stuck with some of the processed stuff.
I'd eat like that for, I don't know, 3 months straight. I bet you I'd feel so much better.
I know,
right?
1 month I'd feel better.
Nature,
right.
respecting the body as a temple, and consuming foods that nourish the mind, body, and spirit. Rastas avoid processed foods, meat, and anything that has been altered or chemically treated. Many also abstain from salt, alcohol, and preservatives.
Interesting.
The Haile diet is deeply
yeah.
connected to the belief that the body is sacred and should be cared for with the
I agree. The body is sacred. The mind is sacred.
It is.
I like this when religion says this. Many religions say it. I think almost all of them do. The body is the temple, your mind, I agree with all that.
Yeah, me too. I think the body and mind, it's what we are in our physical and mental health matters. It matters. So I like that they emphasize this. This is something I can agree with wholeheartedly. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This in a capitalist America, growing up, if you're like this, you're going to be a loser, lazy, lethargic, and wasting your life away. That's how capitalism would look at this. I would think.
Yes, that's it's a pretty good assessment right there.
Unless you can monetize a channel and sell shirts like these guys do. I guess that's one way. But if you grow your hair out to look like a bohemian and you're smoking weed and you're trying to just find source all day, it doesn't work very well. It would Mexico, it could work, probably Jamaica. So countries that have siesta, you could most likely operate like this, like Italy, Panama. But anything like the States, Japan, or something like that, it's very difficult to live like this.
No siestas for us.
Yeah, I wish I lived in a siesta culture.
Honestly, me too. I could use a siesta.
I'm a German citizen. Bad on me for not living somewhere where they got siestas, like Italy.
Oh man,
most respect.
Yeah.
It's a form of physical and spiritual discipline that.
I have too much here now, though. It's like you got to leave all this.
Point.
It's even worse. They're like he left his family. He left it just to. It was
speak of like the quote, like the stereotype of the deadbeat, right? Like that he left his family and now he's off
sleeping in the middle of the day and building brick chimneys at night or today. I don't know. You got to do some masonry job probably. I don't know. I don't know what they. I always feel like people at siestas do like harder jobs and then they just chill. It seems in Mexico for sure.
Might have been where it came from. Yeah.
You would need it. A lot of times it was I would think if you lived in a village or a small town, you go home for lunch and spend time with your family, and that's usually what would happen. I would think that's what they do.
I think they've done that. They did that in Spain, like civil. I don't know if they do it now. I think they got rid of the idea, but in the past, civil servants used to, they between like 2 and 4, they'd go home and you could take a siesta, be with their family, have a big lunch or whatever.
Sounds great.
And then they'd go back to work at around like 4 or 5 or something, and they'd work till like maybe 8 or 9, go back home, have dinner, a light dinner, sleep for a night, start again the next morning. Yeah, I'm like that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
you could get behind
wellness
that.
And balance. Yeah. When you follow an Haile diet, you're not just making a dietary choice. You're embracing a holistic lifestyle that connects you more deeply to nature, your roots, and the divine.
When I was a little kid, I used to play in the woods a lot, and I liked it. And as I got older, I guess it was technology, like video games and movies and stuff. I just wanted to be. I've been in the house a lot, But as a kid, I used to go outside a lot, and I missed the I lost the connection with outside. Although I did when I started riding my e-bike, which would probably be about 4 years ago. That kind of brought me back, and it really,
that's nice. Yeah, you returned to nature in a way.
Yeah, I did, and it
I
gave
like that.
it gave me a lot. I gained a lot more. My senses increased tremendously when I started to do it.
Reminder that what we
That's
consume
nice.
directly affects our energy and our connection to the universe. Next, we have the Star of David.
Also known as the pentacle. This in some areas people are afraid of this symbol. You know.
Yeah, it's true. This is a good one because this is interesting to me because of course this is most closely associated with Judaism. But here the Rastafari use it as well.
Is the
I'm curious to
pentacle
see how that.
is the pentacle the same thing as the Star of David? Because they look very similar.
They do. I think. Oh yeah, I think I know what you're referring to. That like it almost looks like a
circle and-
five-pointed star, but
Yeah.
upside down. Yeah,
No,
that I think that's more associated with like like a paganism or Satanism or
They're-
like nature worship of sorts. Yeah,
They're very
depending on
similar though.
how you're slicing.
It's
They're
a
very close looking though. Yeah.
it's a circle,
Mhm.
a star, and then a circle. I think their star is
Yeah.
different, but it's the two same elements. It's a star and a circle. I have
Though
to look
this
at
symbol
that.
is often associated with Judaism, it also holds special significance within the Rasta movement. The Star
See,
of
I did
David
not know
symbolizes unity, balance, and connection between God and humanity. It represents the everlasting relationship between the Almighty and His people, as well as the balance
see.
between the physical and spiritual worlds.
Many religions, if they go back to the older like reasons why it's religion, that's when a lot of them start to merge. That's when like the Old Testament in particular, it really starts to connect a lot of the religions that have broken apart from each other. But they got their beginnings are very similar, you know.
Yeah. I like too that this symbol, a lot like the yin and yang in Taoism, and or symbols in like symbols on the Korean flag. The idea of like order and balance, the balance of the celestial and earthly, the balance of like God and man, the connection between nature and the divine. It's interesting how they all kind of are roughly at the very similar theme.
Many of
I
them
like
have
that.
it. Many
Yeah.
at their base, fundamentals. That's in there. That's one of
Yeah.
the building blocks, I would say.
For Rastas, the Star of David is also a reminder of the connection to King David and Solomon, from whom Emperor
yes.
Haile Selassie is said to descend. This lineage is a source of great pride and serves as proof of the divine nature of Selassie's kingship. The star represents both protection and divine order, reminding us that we are part of a greater plan and connected to something far larger than ourselves. Finally, we have the diamond hand gesture, also known as the Seal of Solomon. This gesture forms a downward-facing triangle and represents the Star of David in a physical form. In the Rasta movement, this gesture is a powerful symbol of the unity between the divine and the earthly, the spiritual and the material. The downward-facing triangle symbolizes the connection between Zion and the earth, reminding us that we are all part of a divine order. This connection brings balance, peace, and wisdom. Just as King
didn't know
Solomon
that.
was known for his wisdom and divine...
idle hands, which I usually have most of the time, they don't feel very grounding at all. A lot of times if you do these gestures, they make me feel like I'm more in control of my whole body and my mind, because my hands aren't wafting around, you know?
Yeah, you're right though. It's true because I found myself sometimes, and I didn't realize that diamond. I've seen people do that diamond gesture, but I didn't realize that was a Rastafari symbol, or even that it was or what it meant for that matter. I just thought, oh, it meant something, but now I know what. Yeah, I find you're right though. The hand gesture is like holding him in a certain position. It does help. It helps ground you in a way.
Yep.
Whereas my arms just flailing about.
Yeah, you look like you have nothing to do, right? Like you look like you need something to do. That's when you do the hand gestures. It definitely seems to ground, like physically looking at a person grounds them more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's interesting.
Connection. When Rastas use the diamond hand gesture, it is an act of meditation and reverence, aligning themselves with the spiritual energy of the universe. The Seal of Solomon represents protection, strength, and the union of opposites. It reminds us that we have the power within us to connect with the divine, and that through this connection, we can find wisdom, guidance, and peace. And there you have it.
There you go.
Family.
Nice.
7 powerful symbols that carry deep meanings within the Rasta movement. Each symbol serves as a reminder of our spiritual journey, our African roots, and the ongoing struggle for justice, freedom, and unity. Let me know in the comments.
The toughest part about, places like Jamaica and Cuba and all these, that I know a lot of times the powerful nations, whoever they are, be the Romans, just pick one, the islands can always be ambushed. They have no boundaries. It's all water. So if you have a vessel that can just dock, or like the Vikings did, they just run up on you and just attack you. How it's so hard to defend all sides of the ocean,
It's true. Yeah, it's like a blessing and a curse, because you have island countries that, if they're surrounded by water, it's great for trade. On the one hand, I'm thinking like Britain or even Japan. But then on the other hand, potential, like you said, easy for, at least tempting to invade. And certainly we have the invasions of like the islands in the Caribbean in the past, like colonizations there. You have attempts at the UK. Japan was saved by the divine wind, kamikaze, I guess. But yeah, it's interesting. It's like both a blessing and a curse in a way. It can also be isolating. Cultures there kind
if you don't have the technology, it's one of the greatest places to be. If you don't have the technology and your enemy has boats and planes, and you're in big trouble, man. And I don't know if you know, but Hawaii, like probably not that long ago, I think in like 90 years ago, 80 maybe, America went up to Hawaii and the islands around it, and there was a queen there, and they just took her out. And they just took they just took Hawaii.
The United States annexed Hawaii after creating a republic, when I forget how it worked. So 2 companies basically that were basically the United States, right? Companies basically like took over and said, "Oh, now we're running the show." And oh, look, we're a republic. And Hawaii didn't become a state of the U.S., officially a state, until like 1959. But before that, I think it was we took it as a territory. It's 1898.
Isn't that a fun word, annex? Because what they actually did was they conquered it, and they
annexation's basically a conquest. We just said it's ours now.
Yeah, I think they
America said it's I
think they killed the queen. They had a whole ruling party that they just took out, and they conquered it. They sure did.
The queen, one of the most, oh my goodness, I cannot remember. Aloha Oe, I think is the song. I better not sing it for everybody because I'll break a few ears. But Queen Liliuokalani wrote it as a farewell to her country when she was dethroned, basically. So it's a very sad kind of song. So,
they let her sing a song.
But we all associate that with Hawaii, right? If you hear the song, for anyone who's heard it, I think we all have. It's
kind of sad,
crazy.
Actually, if you think about
it. It really is. Yeah.
One of the last non-ruler of the country before we went to America is singing the song basically like it's over. We don't got it no more. It's over. Yeah. I don't know what she sings about, but it seems like a farewell song.
It basically is. Yeah. Like kind of we'll see each other again, but like it's a sad, like a farewell kind of song, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
It's the thing about when you get conquered.
Really pretty song though.
You don't.
It's crazy.
You don't get the win. You lose utterly, and your culture gets reshaped, and your land is taken.
Yeah, we certainly tried that. Yeah. Yes. When have we seen that before or since? Right.
I don't think it's ever stopped. I don't think it's ever.
No, I'm with you.
Not been happening.
Never stopped.
Never stopped. And with that, we are out.